Right. Ta-da. I'm not gonna lie, I missed you guys, but I am back and I'm gonna share something with you that's gonna be very, very valuable if you really pay attention to this whole video, and I'm gonna keep it nice, sweet, and short, like myself. Now, I've been going through the awakening process, right? And been spiritually enlightened, and there has been a downside to it. Who would have thought? I thought it was all bliss, happiness, joy, and just good vibes. But what happens is when you wake up, right? When you're walking around woke, you're exposed to a lot. You become spiritually more sensitive because now you sense energies and you see things that you were oblivious to back then when you weren't wide awake, right? So I'm gonna share with you guys something that's personal, but I said, you know what? It doesn't have to be that personal anymore. There's plenty of people that are probably either going through the same process or have already been in that process and feel like, what's wrong with me? What's going on? Why do I feel this way? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it right now. So as you wake up and you start raising your levels of vibrational energy and frequencies, what's gonna happen is you're gonna start losing some friends. You're gonna start getting into arguments with your significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend. Work is gonna feel either great or a place where you don't feel welcome anymore because your soul is now communicating with you at a higher level because you're tuned in now. And then you realize certain things aren't the way you once seen them because you're shifting out of the old behavioral patterns, perspectives, values you had, all that you are vibrating out of. All right, so imagine yourself being right here, okay, and then you were exposed to something, or you read a book or an article, or something drastic happened, and you started vibrating and you started raising your vibration, and now you're trying to get to this level. Well, in order to get to this level, there's certain things that you must let go of at this level. Those things can be like friends, addictions, bad habits, things like that, right? So that ego, that ego that's been holding you down for quite some time now wants to continue feeling alive. Therefore, that ego will feel like, hey, what's going on lately? Lately, you haven't been feeding me. Lately, we haven't been doing activities X, Y, and Z. So then now you catch yourself in a room feeling lonely, feeling, frustrated, like what's going on, even depressed, neglected, and sometimes you'll feel like you can't connect with people at a certain level. You feel this disconnection, and if you continue trying to make an effort to connect with people, you feel because there's a lack of connection, even at a mental or emotional level of connection, you feel easily frustrated by it, right? So it's like, oh, you know what? Forget it. I want to spend time alone. But now you're alone, and you're wondering why you feel this loneliness, why you feel like no one understands you, right? Okay, let's talk about that. What's happening is you're shedding an old self. You're leaving an old self behind. You're shedding away from your old skin, okay? And because you are now woke, you're starting to see the world through these new lenses. I'm saying new lenses because before you were seeing the world, these pair of glasses that worked for you. You thought that is what it is because that's how I perceive it, right? And then boom, you get knocked on your butt or something smacks you across the face, or like I said, something drastic occurs, and now you're like, you see things differently because now those glasses are off, and now you've been given a new pair of lenses, and these lenses are past HD vision. They are past night vision. These new lenses are so amazing that it takes time to adapt to them, because now you're going to see the truth for what it truly is. And if you ignore the truth, your conscious, your spirit is going to be tugging at you because your soul wants to continue to graduate and elevate to a point where you are going to be fulfilling your purpose while here on earth. Keep in mind that our soul signed a contract with the universe before you were born that, hey, when I go back to earth, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z because it's my purpose. So we as individuals have a purpose, and sometimes people find their purpose early in life, and that's so cool when that happens. You know, for me, it didn't happen right away. For me, I went through like, I almost had hundreds of jobs, but I went through many, many jobs that every time I start within a week or a few days, I tell myself, this isn't for me. This is just not. People were there and they were happy, and that was them. That's their journey. I have to respect that. But for me, I felt like I don't belong here. I feel like a puzzle piece that was forced in, but this is not me. So going back to when you are, raising your vibration and you are starting to gain enlightenment and seeing things in ways that it's much, much deeper than you were able to see things just a few days ago to maybe a few months behind. It could be bothersome. You probably think like, why do I feel this way all the time so far? And sometimes we go through this slump. I call it the dark side of being woke. Because like I said, you feel misunderstood, you feel super lonely, and you feel disconnected. Sometimes you even feel jealous, envious, those types of feelings, because you feel like the world is moving on and you're being left behind. That could be the feeling as well. That could be a thought process that you might be having as well. And what's happening, like I said, is you are growing and you feel like you're dying because realistically, well, at least spiritually and mentally in a way, you are dying. Yeah. You are dying because a part of you that's no longer needed to proceed is dying. You have to change. You have to shift out of your old self to reach a new high. Okay? And it's tough because it's new growth. It's something that you didn't prepare for. It's happening. It's part of your new life. So some things that I'm going to suggest have really helped me out. I kind of heard some of these things from some of the healers and spiritual masters that I tune into here and there. One thing that you can do when you're going through this slump is not make any serious decisions. Don't make any decisions. Don't make any drastic decisions, because right now you are not in your right mind to make these decisions, because you are shifting out of an old you. And if you make the decision now, right? And this could be a decision like replying to a text message that bothered you. This can be something like quitting a job you currently have, or not attending something that you feel you need to attend, but the other party is like, no, we shouldn't go there because X, Y, and Z. It might be based off of fear, right? Don't make any drastic decisions right now, because you are in a place right now where you just gotta like be by yourself. Because when you are by yourself, it gets quiet. And when things around you finally get quiet, you start listening to your soul. You start tuning in to your spirit, and you start listening. Those whispers actually become a little louder than just a whisper, because now you tuned out the rest of the world. Now it's me time. It's time for you to heal. It's time for you to replenish, rejuvenate yourself, recharge, and then come out to the world with a whole new perspective and a whole different energy. Your energy level is going to be amazing. It's so crazy, this growth that you're going to be going through. It's amazing. It has its moments like the ones we're discussing right now, where you feel confused and neglected and all that stuff. But it's a phase. And if you ask me, well, how long does this phase last for? Because it's killing me. It's literally feels like I don't want to feel this way. You probably think like, I'm probably gonna go have a drink. I'm probably gonna go smoke some weed so that I can escape this feeling. And that's a huge mistake. This is what I mean by don't make any crazy decisions right now, because right now It's a time to just self-reflect and just just overcome this by yourself while you're in your own zone. And sometimes going through this moment could be you this you got fired from a job, right? Or it could be like you just got a divorce, or you filed for bankruptcy, or even more common could be you just broke up with your significant other, whether it's a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and now you feel lost. Well, my friend, let me tell you something. You are not lost. You are not lost. You are just a little discombobulated, meaning you're just a little off balance because you were putting so much energy and effort into another thing, whether it's materialistic or another human being, and it didn't work out, and therefore you feel like there goes my identity. But no, I can't leave. Like, my energy, no, that's my identity. And you hold on to it, right? Dearly. This is why moving forward, you will start realizing that you no longer need to tie yourself to certain things. You no longer need to make your ego feel like, hey, this is my identity. This is who I am. These are my accomplishments. You are no longer going to tie yourself to these materialistic things that are going to wither away as you and your spirit blossom into a beautiful, beautiful, future that's relevant, and you are going to be just adding so much more value to the rest of the universe, giving your level of awareness and how you are constantly hiring your levels of vibration, because we're all one collected consciousness. When you are going through bad times, things that you can do is move around. If you like dancing, go ahead and groove a little bit. Even though you're like in the shower, in your office, in your room, dance a little bit. All these energies and frequencies and emotions are tied to our body, to our physical body, because this is who we are right now. We're trapped in our physical body, but we have this divine spirit in us that has a power to just go into different dimensions and see things that we never really imagined, because we've been disconnected from it, and society doesn't really promote it. It's not being taught in college or any type of schools, and it's sad, because I think that if our children were exposed to this type of information, we can really turn things around at a major level. But right now, it's okay. We just have to be patient. Things are happening, and they're happening fast. You got to get aligned with the divine. Now, I was going back to whenever you're feeling crummy, whenever you're feeling like, in a low, go ahead, move around. Your body needs to be moved around, because that way you can move energy around, absorb good energy, and let out energy that doesn't really suit you, like lower vibrational energy. So dancing really helps. And if you're not a dancer, if you don't have moves, that's okay, my dude, my G. That's okay, my dear. Other things you can do is use your creative side. If you're a painter, go paint. You don't have to sit at home. You don't have to lay in bed, stare at the ceiling, feeling all sad. You don't. You can go paint. You can just go create. Because if you're a creator, go create art. If you're an artist, go, record vocals, make a song, just stay active. And then little by little, as you do things that you enjoy, things that you love, that's what the soul wants. The soul wants you not necessarily to be rich, rolling in money. Your soul doesn't want you to be like, oh, this person that is extremely selfless and just gave all their stuff away and now they're living in the street. No, it's not that. It's about doing what your soul is here to do, to fulfill your ultimate purpose. And you guys know, deep inside, that there are moments you do things and it feels really good. And I'm not talking about doing things like, having a sexual encounter and its peak is the orgasm, and yeah, that felt good. I'm not talking about, making a bet on a particular team and winning hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah, no, I'm not thinking of that. I'm thinking about things when you do things, it's this organic, beautiful sense of, hey, I'm doing the right thing, and this is good for me, and this is healthy for my soul, and I am right now aligned with the divine. Keep it real with yourself, because it's moments that we lie to ourselves, that we detour from our ultimate purpose. It's moments that we neglect the truth that we keep happiness suppressed. The truth sets you free. There's a lot of truth to that. And when you're living a life that's truthful to you, you realize your level of happiness is always just up here, and people will see it because you are now awake. You see things for what they truly are, and you can no longer hide from the truth. The truth is right there. Like, it's always going to be right there, and you can no longer hide from it. If you try to dodge it, later on that day, your consciousness will come into play, and you'll realize I should have done the right thing, which is okay. We all mess up. Just continue on that positive route, guys. I know that this awakening process can be hard, but I'm here for you. I'm totally here for you, and there's plenty of other people going through the same struggle, and this is why I put this video together, because I know that we're shifting away from our old behavioral patterns and perspectives and ideas and values that we once had. So now that we're at a different level, it's like, whoa, shoot, what the heck is this, right? It's like walking into a room with the light switch turned off. It's like you're walking into a dark room. You don't know the layout of the room. You don't know where this is at. You don't know where that is located, right? So you're like, this is new to me. I'm walking in the dark here. What's going on? Just know that you, inside of you, is the light that's going to guide you. Just pay attention to your light. Tune into your soul. Meditate more often. Eat healthy. Bring positive people into your life. Be transparent. And things are going to get much easier because we're all here as one, and we're all here to support each other. Support this channel. Give me a thumbs up. I slipped that in there real nice, like that was pretty smooth. Yeah, guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you guys. And hey, I was going through this hardship myself not too long ago, and that's why it took me a while to put this video together, because part of me didn't want to do anything. And it's okay. Sometimes you don't feel like doing anything. Don't do anything. Just remain still and quiet, and little by little, things will start falling into place. But just don't do things that are negative. Okay? All right. Peace.